All right. Shalom. This is Dunya Allah. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Arakakudash. Double honors to the elders. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Um, Shalom to the brothers teaching and pushing His word in sincerity and truth. Shalom. Just wanted to do a quick lesson. I was at the plantation at the job today. You know, and while I was there, I was just meditating upon you know certain TV shows uh, that I watch, specifically Japanese anime that I used to watch a lot as a kid, and one of them was Dragon Ball Z. Okay, and with the how the whole storyline goes from the beginning, you know, it made me think of the Israelite foreigners. Okay, how this main character, which his name was Goku, and the brothers who watch Dragon Ball Z, have watched Dragon Ball Z, they'll know what, they know what I'm talking about. But just want going from just meditating upon that. Uh, um, so how the story goes is a whole planet of this a whole planet of these people who were warriors, right? The planet was destroyed, okay, and their whole way of life was destroyed. Their their planet and their whole way of life was destroyed along with the planet, right? But uh, uh, it was customary for them to ship their children to other planets to overtake those planets, and after overtaking them, selling those planets, you know, back to other people in the galaxy, you know. But I'm just saying this, this is the story of how it went in the TV show, right? But for the main character Goku, he crash landed on Earth, right? And there's this group of people, they're called the Saiyans. But he crash lands on Earth, and you know he he has no idea who he is, right? He he crash lands on Earth, and he gets raised by as it was say in the TV show, Earthlings. Okay, he gets raised by Earthlings. Okay, he learns the ways of Earthlings. Dresses like them, talks like them, eat the same food as they do, right? And then on other planets, he has his brethren, okay, his kinsmen who are from the same planet, who know that they're Saiyans and who know about their culture, and they dress like it, uh, 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 eat eat the same foods probably, but they know about their entire culture. So, just meditating upon that, that made me think about, the um the Israelite foreigners. Okay, and I'm gonna share my screen here, and I'm gonna get some scriptures. You know, because this character, he grew up knowing he learned basically the ways of the Earthlings, right? And he didn't know who he was, right? And then at some point in the show, one of his actual brother from that same planet tells him that he's a Saiyan, right? And he gets all shocked and surprised. It's like, what? From another planet? What? I'm not from here. I'm not an Earthling, right? Just as the same thing that happens to us, you know. For those who do wake up, we find out that we're Israelite. What we're what we're I'm not African American. I'm not Native American. Or I'm not Latino. Well, we're not originally from here. This is not our language. This is not our culture, right? which is different things we learn, coming into the truth. Yeah, and this is just a picture here of him coming in a spaceship, you know, crash landing on Earth, you know. But yeah, I'm going to start. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna start here at Acts 10:28. You know, going into Cornelius. All right, and Cornelius is an Israelite. All right, and I'm gonna just go ahead and get into this. It says, this is after Peter came unto Cornelius. You know, after Cornelius sent for him, okay, through the Spirit. It says, and he said unto them, this is Peter, you know how it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one of another nation, right? And in this, he's talking to Cornelius and his men, right? And Cornelius is considered to be the first, uh, uh, you know, Israelite foreigner to come back into the fold. Okay, so here, if you get that word, another nation, going here into the Greek, you're gonna get alophilos, right? Let's get that. Slocky, if you see me scratching from time to time, I'm actually outside the river in the back, so there's lots of mosquitoes. I just thought it'd be good to do this video outside, right? So here it says foreign, right? But alophilos is actually a compound word. As you can see from up here, you have two different words. They break it down. So you're gonna go to the first one. Um, all right. So you got alos, as you can see right here. Let's see if I can highlight that. Alos. All right. And then alos meaning another or other. Okay. Right. And then we're going to go to the second one, which should be phule in the Greek. Salaki. Yeah, phule. That's the pronunciation, transliteration right here. Phule in the Greek, which means a tribe. All right, and it also breaks it down in the New Testament. All the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. Right. So one of so uh, Salakia. Cornelius was an Israelite from another tribe, right? Who probably found out that he was an Israelite, and began to keep the law, statutes, commandments, of the Most High, to the best of his ability, or um, but he because it says in the beginning of the chapter that he was a devout man, right? And he feared the Most High and prayed always. Okay, so Cornelius was an Israelite. So that just reminds me, watching the TV show, that it just reminds me of how Goku, which is the name of the main character. Let me see if I can come back here. Goku, which is the name of the main character, he he actually came from his homeland, or his home planet, let me say, and didn't know who he was on this new planet. Just like uh, 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 us as Israelites, we came We traveled from from our homeland into Africa, and then was enslaved and you know, brought over here into the Americas, and we lost all all we lost all connection to our heritage, connection to our power, which is Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, our powers, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you know, and we discontinued from our heritage, right? Same thing happened in this TV show. Okay. Let me get that scripture. Slide. Share this again. Just get that scripture. That's the wrong tab. All right, this is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled the fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." All right. So, because we went off and you know, we didn't follow and keep the ways, worship, you know, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, as part of our punishment, we were sent over here to the Americas to serve slavery. Okay? As it says, to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, which, that's America, right? Who are our enemies? The Edomites. Okay? So, you know, the Edomites, the people who are currently ruling the world as we speak, as it says in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the Edomites are the wicked according to the scriptures. When you read Malachi 1 and 4. All right, so just going into that, man. We even discontinued from our heritage, right? And I just wanted to get another scripture here because in this TV show also, when he crash lands on Earth, he yeah, let me get that. When he crash lands on Earth, he he uh he has two sons, right? Now they might not they didn't necessarily have the characteristics as they would say in the TV show of a Saiyan, all right? I believe one of them was a Saiyan's hair stays the same shape for his entire life. But the children that they had, their hair would be different lengths. They could cut their hair short, you know, uh, uh, um, different things like that, right? But they were still Saiyans, even though they had Earthling mothers, right? It's the same thing, you know. It, you know, just using that as an example, you know, it's the same thing in reality. Okay, uh, 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 your nationality is decided by your father. Okay, so uh, say an Israelite man lies down with a Moabite woman, and there's an example of that in the scriptures, right? He's going to he's got that child is going to be an Israelite, okay? Whether she was a Moabite woman, whether she was the Israelite woman, whether she was the Ammonite woman, all right, so on and so forth, okay? And this is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. It says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. They declared um they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. All right. And the point is by the house of their fathers. Okay. So your nationality is decided by your father, not by your mother, but by your father. Okay. So, right. Let me just get another example here. Israelite foreigner. Get another example here. This is an example of Timothy. All right. Timothy. Let me see here. I'm gonna start. This is Acts 16, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, and then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman which was a Jewess. And here, the Jewess means a woman who was a Jew or Israelite. You see here, woman who was in the tribe of Judah. It says belonging to the Jewish nation, with respect to birth, origin, religion, Jewish, adjective. It says Jewish, belonging to the Jewish nation. All right. So, as in she was a Jew. Okay, she was an Israelite. Salakia. Um, and Rabbi Elisha, behold, a disciple. All right. So this was someone who believed in the gospel that was being preached. All right, who believed in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Timotheus, the son of a certain woman who was a Jewish and believed, but his father was a Greek, right? So if his father was and this is why you got to go into the translation into the Greek. What does it mean by his father was a Greek? It means that his father was a Hellenized Jew, okay? An Hellenized Jew, meaning he spoke Greek and probably followed the cultures and the ways of the Greeks, right? And you can look that up in secular history, going into the Hellenization era. Okay, starting with Alexander the Great. All right, it says a Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. This is a wider sense. The name embraces all nations. Now here it says not Jews, but we know that's not true, according to Maccabees, the first chapter, First Maccabees, the first chapter, uh, that made language, customs, and learning of Greeks their own, right? So, as an example, from Dragon Ball Z, which brothers who watch that, like I said before, will know what I'm talking about. As an example, Goku, he actually, you know, followed the customs of the Earthlings, okay, as it would say in that TV show. It says primary reference is to a difference of religion or worship. Hold on, they got some more stuff here. See, right? It says It says by extension, a Greek-speaking person. Okay, and they say especially a non-Jew, but when you go into Maccabees, the first chapter, it'll tell you that Israelites took on those different cultures. Okay, so Timothy's father was a Hellenized Jew. Okay, he was still an Israelite, right? He was still an Israelite, which made Timothy an Israelite. Okay, which now that makes sense because if Timothy's an Israelite and he's this, he's a disciple. Okay, right? He's a disciple. He even has his own book, right? In the scripture, in the scriptures. Okay, if he's doing this, if he's doing the service of the Most High, you can't do the service of the Most High unless you're an Israelite. Okay, and let me get that. Uh, that's in the book of Romans. Let me see here, chapter 3. Salaki, Romans chapter 9, uh, 9 and 3. This is Romans chapter 9 and 3. It says, "For I could wish myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites." Okay, and to whom pertaineth the adoption, all right, and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High, right, and the promises. Okay, so Timothy was an Israelite, right, and his dad was a so-called uh, 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 Greek. Well, he was a Hellenized Jew, Slakia, right, and everybody in that city, as it said, knew that he was a Hellenized Jew, right? But yeah, just wanted to make that just do a quick lesson on that through spirit, because you know, going off of Dragon Ball Z. um, but once again, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakak Dash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the hopeful elect brethren, teaching and pushing His word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.